All right, folks, welcome back. It's day 28. As per usual, keeping the streak alive. Once again, MAKU desu. Konnichiwa. Yokoso. Let's see. I guess yesterday was largely review when it comes to the lessons. When it comes to the vocabulary, there might have been one or two words. Let's try to see if we remember any. And also, it's the first time we got to write the kanji. Let's try to do it with this. I'm going to try to write as slow as possible. So we had aimasu. That's not great. Okay. Wait, did we miss one? No. We got 3 panes. It's fine. Let's see if we can center it. Maybe like right here. Try it here. Yeah, that's all I got. That's how it goes. I might think of an alternative to. You have to slow down quite a lot for it to register the strokes. Then we had doyobi, and do, right? And then yobi, doyobi. And this one we might write extra large. Just yeah, it doesn't really track that well. Let's try again. Well, I get extra large because yeah, the strokes are getting lost. Yeah. This should be just as far as these, so let's try again. That's too high. It's fine, I suppose. Right. And then we had nichiyobi. Nichiyobi. Which basically has yobi in it. Wait. Actually, I lied. Nichiyobi is and then we do this again. Let's try. And then this again. Nichiyobi is just this, right? Which is not actually in it. This kanji had before in Nihon, so they just didn't repeat it. And then what is it? I see the kanji. I see the kanji. Oh, hanashite. No, hanashimasu. Hanashimasu. Hana, right? In hanashimasu. Whoops. That was the wrong stroke order. It's fine. No one will know. Right. Oops. I did it again. Yeah. Anashimasu. It's to relate some stuff. It's Furui with an extra handle. And this is G, the left side of G. At least I think. Let me see if I draw the rest of G in my head. It was like oh, it might not be. Oh no. No. Is it? Let's make sure. Oh no, it isn't. It's well, yeah, it isn't. I'm drawing. I am thinking of G, but it's not the left side of G. It's yomimasu, the left side of yomimasu. Oh, it's because I'm thinking of the left side of G for from Yobi. Yeah. Yeah, so yomimasu. Okay, fair enough. Shows that I still need to practice the old kanji so I don't mix up the parts. So G. Yomimasu is. Yomimasu is. That should go with, yeah, and then G. Right, G, and then the rest. Okay, and let's go over some. Well, let's redraw the other ones. Draw it over here. Or write it over here, I suppose. Oh, that's too far down. It's fine. Try again. Yee. Okay, and then ugh. And Hanashmas. Yeah, we only got these 4. Let's do a few others. I guess we have. And then Aha and Chichi, right? We have 2 other kanji. I need to take a better look at them. I didn't do it on my own time. For shikoshi, right? Goshi. She. Is it Goshi? Yeah, it's Goshi. Am I drawing a blank? I'm thinking of the katakana right now, not the hiragana. Blank. Wait. No. It's still drawing a blank. Blank. Nope, now I'm thinking of do. Okay, we'll just hold on to this. This is taking too long. Half day today, half day today. Alright. So let's go over some vocab. We're not going to use kana again. Vocab. Some stuff from yesterday, which are kind of repeats of the day before, right? I feel like we used a new particle yesterday at some point. Maybe once. Alright. So what do I remember? Oh, we still have yoga. Yoga came up quite a lot yesterday. Sports. Spato. Oh no, spatsu. Sportsu. Sorry, sportsu. Right. Yoga. Family came up a lot, and I'm still missing the last like soft in ku when it's next to, usually it's next to to, right? The particle to. So kazoku to, kazoku to, kazoku to, kazoku to. So got time of days, right? My asa, nichi, my ban. Really putting in the work on the amount of time. Shimasu. She. Right, lots of shimasu. We're playing. Oh, wait. I know a few that I might have forgotten. No, that's not it. Oh, it's doga? Yeah, doga. And judo. I almost forgot doga. I keep thinking eiga, which is movies. Right, videos, movies. What language am I learning? This is Japanese. Thanks, Nojo. Hello again. Oh, I'm only doing Japanese at the moment. Nihongo. I actually don't know the verb for learn yet. Nihongo. Or 日本は日本は Okay, video. So 動画 judo. Is there anything else that was new that I forgot from 2 days ago? Lots of swim. So oyogimasu. We're gonna take a break from kana. Oyogimasu. Oh, hanging out. Okay. We gotta sort out hang out with going out. Hang out. Let's say tekakemasu. And then going out, or yeah, going out. Oh boy, going out. That's a question mark. It exists, I suppose. Once I see it, I'll know what it is, but total recall is not there yet. Not in long-term memory. Okay, actually these two are probably the big ones right now. Not enough to remember. All the other vocabulary words are fine. Okay, so since we are short on time, we gotta keep going. For today, I got about 3 hours today. Let's do that. And we're just gonna focus on vocabulary today. So let's break out our mouth. All right. Okay. Let's see our review from yesterday.
週末は妹とスポーツをします。
Oh, 週末, right? 週末は妹とスポーツ yeah, it's O スポーツをします。週末は妹とスポーツをします。So, on weekends, emoto, I shimasu, play with my emoto, my younger sister. Did we get everything? We got everything. Oh, did I miss sports? I play, yikes.
週末は友達と柔道をします。
Alright, well, I guess we're settling in on this.
週末は友達と柔道をします。
Okay.
柔道
Oops.
柔道週末は週末は友達と柔道をします。
Okay. 友達とスポーツをします。
週末は友達と柔道をします。
週末は友達とスポーツをします。
週末は友達と柔道をします。
Oh no, it's
スポーツ
Wait. Oh no.
週末は友達と柔道をします。週末は友達と柔道をします。
柔道Yeah. 柔道と 週末は友達と柔道をします。柔道をします。週末は友達と柔道をします。
週末はヨガをします。
週末はヨガをします。That's interesting. Okay. Oh, interesting. Wait. 週末はヨガをします。I see. So they... Okay. I suppose. I do yoga on the weekend. Interesting. That's a turn of phrase in English. Like they turned the phrase around. Instead of on weekends, I do yoga. I do yoga on the weekend. Instead of saying on weekends, I do yoga. Because... Yeah. Interesting.
日曜日は兄と動画を見ます。
They turned the phrase on singular to imply that it's slightly different because it's not saying all weekends. When you say I do yoga on the weekend, it's suggesting that you do yoga on the weekend but not every weekend. And then when you say on week, or it could be on singular or a few weekends. And then when you say on weekends I do yoga, you're implying it's more frequent. Interesting.
日曜日は兄と動画を見ます。
Did I hear? I'm pretty sure I hear 日曜日は something.
日曜日は兄と動画を見ます。
兄とヨガを見ます。Or no, not yoga. What are you doing?
日曜日は兄と動画を見ます。
Oh, 動画. Right. Video. を見ます。So,
日曜日、
兄と動画を
見ます。
見ます。
日曜日は兄と動画を見ます。
日曜日は兄とヨガを見ます。
時々ケンさんとヨガをします。
時々ケンさんとヨガをします。時々ケンさんとヨガをします。I sometimes do yoga with Ken.
一人で可愛い動画を見ます。
Sorry, I missed that.
一人で可愛い動画を見ます。
一人でヨガをします。
一人で可愛い動画を見ます。
可愛い動画。Okay, 可愛い動画を見ます。Interesting. Okay. 一人で可愛い動画を見ます。I watch cute videos by myself. Well, curious what kind of cute videos they're referring to. It's not what you think, guys. It's not what you think. Not what you think. I watch animal videos, okay? That's a difference. Oh, okay, that might be taken out of context as well, but I watch little puppy videos, okay? Those are the cute videos. 一人で可愛い動画を見ます。I actually think people sharing their passions are pretty cute, actually.
一人で可愛い動画を見ます。
Yeah.
よく花さんとヨガをしますか？
よく that might not be what others intend, but I actually think people who are sharing their passion online are very endearing or cute. Goku, Yoku Hana-san to yoga o shimasu ka? Yoku Hana-san to yoga o shimasu ka? They really like yoga. Do you often do yoga with Hana-san?
週末は友達と面白い動画を見ます。
Did you just go yoga again? No. It might be doga.
週末は友達と面白い動画を見ます。
Funny videos. Okay. So,
週
週
末
末
は
は友達
友達と
とI heard 面白い
面白い
動画
動
を見ま。
見ます
Not a question either.
週末は友達と面白い動画を見ます。
Yeah. 週末は友達と面白い動画を見ます。Okay. Alright. So what is this? Yoku Ken-san to... Oh, here's the hang out and going out part. That might... this one is... Right. Asobimasu was the one that I... Oh, wait. That means I have both of them confused. So I think the one that I thought was... Oh, no. Yeah. I think the one that meant going out is actually... the one that I thought was hangout is actually going out. And then this is hangout. Asobimasu. I did get them mixed up on Total Recall. Not that it's too bad, since when I see the thing, it's fine, I suppose. I gotta get them sorted though. Going out and hanging out are phrases in English that... questionable. Synonym phrases. Questionable. Yoku Ken-san do... asobimasu ka? So, Yoku Ken-san to asobimasu ka? Okay. Yoku
ケンさん
Ken-san to
遊びます
asobimasu ka? Okay. 週と、週末 Every time I see it by myself, it kind of makes me a little slightly sad inside. But 週末一人でゲームをします。週末一人でゲームをします。
します
Another correct answer? Wait. I should really stop freeze on the another correct answer. There's another correct answer there. Okay. Yoku tomodachi to... Yeah, this is the going out. So the one that I thought was hang out is going out. So I'll have to keep those straight. So yoku tomodachi to 出かけますか So よく出かけますか So, yoku tomodachi to tekakemasu ka? Tekakemasu ka?
よく 時々
Oh,
時々友達
I totally missed. Tomodachi to
出かけます
tekakemasu
か
ka? So, yoku tomodachi to tekakemasu ka? Dekakemasu ka? Dekakemasu ka? Yoku tomodachi to dekakemasu ka? Nichiyoubi. So, Nichiyoubi, hitori de hon o yomimasu.
日曜日
Nichiyoubi.
一人 で
de hon.
本
Oh
Hon.
gosh. Hon
を
o
読みます
yomimasu. So, 日曜日、一人で本を読みます。本を読みます。Okay, so I'm doing something slightly different from them. Let's see. Oh, wa is optional here. Oh, I see. So I'm omitting wa sometimes. Oh, okay. Because I'm thinking of each and every Sunday. I see. So they are allowing me to... Okay. So they are allowing me to submit something without wa there. Like repeat it as instead of... Okay. I'll have to keep that in mind, actually. I kind of want to put wa there, now that I think about it.
週末は妹とスポーツをします。
週末 wa... Wait, what? How did I screw this up? Sports. I totally just ignored the sports. Okay. 週末は妹とスポーツをします。スポーツをします。週末は妹とスポーツをします。Okay. Okay. So on weekends, I play sports with my younger sister. Okay. Hooray! Let's skip this. On to the next one. I think this is new. Get around a station.
地図はあそこです。
地図はあそこです。Ooh.
あそこ。
Over there. Okay. Asoko. I can get with that. Adding kind of like ano. Soko. Okay. So the map is over there. Chizu wa asoko desu. Okay. You lump them together.
あ
Asoko.
そこ
Fair enough.
ホテルはあそこですか。
ホテルはあそこですか？ホテルはあそこですか？ Okay. Is the hotel over there?
ホームはどこですか。
Homu. It's in katakana. Wait, why is this in katakana? Komu? What language is this from? Komu. Or platforms? Like a train station platform? Huh. What language is this borrowed from? Komu wa doko desu ka? Okay. Where are the platforms? Komu.
Home.
Oh, homu. Whoops. Homu. I don't know why I said homu. Homu. Like home? Homu.
改札はどこですか？
Kaisatsu? Kaisatsu. Ticket gate. Kaisatsu wa doko desu ka? Where is the ticket gate? Kaisatsu. Okay, so I do like that they're bringing back all the other phrases. Now you can get an idea of how flexible the structures and phrases and patterns that you had from section 1. So, kaisatsu. Kaisatsu wa doko desu ka? Kaisatsu.
改札
This is essential. Getting around a train station is incredibly essential.
改札はあそこです。
Kaisatsu wa asoko desu. The ticket gate is over there. Or
ホームは1階で
komu wa ikai desu.
す。1階。
Ikai. Okay, ikai desu. Komu wa ikai desu.
1階。
Ikai. Komu wa ikai desu. Ikai desu. Ikai desu. Okay. Komu wa ikai desu. So, the platform is on the first floor. Interesting. The preposition on is implied here.
1階。
No, are on the first floor. Oh. I orally said the platform is on the first floor, but the choice has platforms because, of course, Japanese does not distinguish between plural and singular. But in English, we're still responsible for that, of course.
あ、改札は1階じゃないです。
Okay. Wait. What?
あ、改札は1階じゃないです。
Kaisatsu wa something janai desu.
あ、改札は1階じゃないです。 改札は1階じゃないです。
Okay. Let's just do this slowly.
改札は
wa what?
一
Ikai じゃないです。
じゃないです。あ、改札は1階じゃないです。
Yeah, ikai じゃないです。Okay. So, kaisatsu wa ikai じゃないです。Okay.
いいえ、コンビニは1階です。
いいえ、コンビニ、hey. いいえ、コンビニは1階です。いいえ、コンビニは1階です。No. The convenience store is... I swear, if you convenience stores me... Oh, Okay.
地図はありますか？
地図はありますか？ありますか？
はありますか？
Interesting. Is there, do, have, does have. Okay. ありますか？あります。あります is a familiar phrase. Okay, so 地図はありますか？ So ありますか？ So do I guess you could use, yeah, do you have a map?
はありますか？
Yeah. Chizu wa arimasu ka? Right? Okay. Isogashi, which is busy.
忙しい
Soba,
そば
anime,
アニメ
fuku,
服
and game. No, not game. Home.
ホーム
No idea. I'm very curious which language this is borrowed from. Unless it's just that one like there was an instance where it's just katakana for whatever reason, and there's still a hiragana of it, but I don't know.
あ、地図はありますか？
Chizu wa arimasu ka? Oh, do you have a map? Not too bad. I kind of like this phrase, arimasu ka. Do you have a... oh, and you can say, do you have tickets? You can just say, Kippu wa arimasu ka? Right? So you can just plug that in, and do you have tickets or ticket? Maybe add a for sale, which I still don't know how to do prepositional modifiers. But anyways. Okay. Means oh. Okay.
あ、すみません。地図はありますか？
Chizu wa arimasu ka? Okay. So, sumimasen.
ありますか？
Oops.
ありますか？
Sumimasen.
すみません。
Oh, wait. I heard first, actually. Sumimasen. Chizu wa arimasu ka?
地図
Chizu
は
wa arimasu ka? Wait, dude.
あ
Arimasu
り
ka
ますか？
really rolls off the tongue, man. We've heard that phrase so often.
あ、すみません。地図はありますか？
すみません。地図はありますか？
Okay. Oh my gosh. Now we gotta pay attention to articles. Articles galore.
コンビニは1階です
Company wa ikai desu. She exudes vibrancy. Let's see. I don't even think if that's a word. She's very vibrant. Or I guess we would say it is very vibrant in this case. The convenience store is on the first floor. Company wa ikai desu. Ikai desu. Ikai desu. Yeah.
ホームは1階です
Homu wa ikai desu. Why are you reminding this? What did I screw up here? Oh, I got baited by linking verb agreement. The platforms are on the first floor, and they still pulled the same thing. Heckin' linking verb trap. All right, let's keep going. Trash can. Go me. Go me ba. Oh? Wait.
ゴミ箱
What? Which language is this borrowed from? Gomibako. What? Wow, when I was reading it, I wasn't even sure what I was saying. Gomibako. Gomibako. Wait. Bako. How do you say? Mibako. Oh no, no, no. I only know how to say trash. I don't know. Mibako. Huh. That's gonna be a new one for me.
ゴミ箱
Mibako.
あ、すみません。
What? Why are you telling
すみ
me
ません。
sumimasen again? Wait,
すみません。
wait a minute. Oh, it's using it as sorry as in a different context. So sumimasen is being used in a different context now. Okay. Fair enough.
すみません。
As opposed to an interjection, right?
ATM はどこですか？
ATM what?
ATM はどこですか？
I guess, I mean, I get it if you wrote it that way, but you could do a T. Can we get T? No, we can't get T. So A, T, M. Oh yeah, can't really get M that well either. You can probably link it with mu. And then in a sentence, it'd be close to M. ATM. Yeah, ATM wa doko desu ka? Fair enough. I understand why they use ATM. Sure. Where is the ATM? Yeah, T is definitely, yeah, T, I'll give it to them. Anything with T in it, I guess you might as well use those. Also, the same with like T-shatsu, and J-popu. I understand now.
乗り換えはここです。
Norikaya, norikae. No, norikaya.
乗り換えはここです。
Yeah, norikae wa koko desu. Norikaya. Transfer. Okay, a switch, transfer, fair enough. Norikaya wa koko desu. The transfer is here. I've said that phrase actually before when in the city. Norikaya.
乗り換え。
Norikai. Oh, you just okay. Norikai.
ATM はあそこです。
ATM wa asoko desu. The ATM is over there. ATM wa asoko desu.
ゴミ箱はありません。
Gomi. Oh yeah, gomi wako. Gomi bako. Gomi bako wa arimasen.
はありません。
Oh hey, it's our first negation. Our first negation. Don't have arimasen. So komibaku bako. Komibako wa arimasen. Implied, right?
はありません。
Wa arimasen. So we don't have trash can. So a trash can. Okay. Komibako wa arimasen.
はありません。
Yeah. There won't be, there isn't any, yeah. Yeah.
すみません。ATM はありません。
Sumimasen. ATM wa... What was the question? arimasen? Wait. Sorry, we don't have ATMs. I think that's what they said. So, sumimasen.
すみません。
sumimasen.
ATM は
wa
ありません。
arimasen?
すみません。ATM はありません。
Sorry, we don't have ATMs.
ATM は1階です。
Or a single ATM, sure. ATM は ATM は1階です。
ATM は1階です。
1階です。 Going up. 1階です。 1階です。 ATM は1階です。 The ATM. Yeah, I guess we're putting an article. The ATM is on the first floor.
いいえ、ゴミ箱はありません。
いいえ、ゴミ箱はありません。So, no.
いいえ、
いいえ。
ゴミ箱
ゴミ箱。ゴミ箱は
ありません。
ありません。
いいえ、ゴミ箱はありません。
Yeah. No, we don't have a trash can, or no, we don't have trash cans. Or no, there aren't trash can. There aren't trash cans, or no, there aren't any trash cans. Lots of there just aren't trash cans, my friend.
ATM はありますか？
ATM はありますか? Okay. Is do wait. Do you wait, ありますか? Do you have an ATM?
はありますか？
Yeah, do have, does have, is there. Okay. Lots of context. Do you have an ATM? ATM はありますか? Okay. Gotta check for articles. Articles are fine. Okay. 乗り換え乗り換え transfer of course engineer
エンジニア
and then scato of all the
ス
things
カート
T シャツ
T シャツ
T シャツ whoops shot T シャツ and then 新しい
新しい
すみません、ここじゃないです。
すみません、ここじゃないです。Sorry, it isn't here. It's not here. Oh man. Oh boy, double back-to-back contractions. Oh, of like contraction decision, right? Is it it's not or it isn't? And I usually prefer to separate my verbs and my nouns. So I typically say it isn't. If I have to say it isn't here, as opposed to it's not here. Dang. It's not here. I like to group my, just like, actually kind of coincidentally, just like Japanese people, I suppose. I like to group my predicates and my verbs together when it comes to contractions as well. So I would generally say, sorry, it isn't here, as opposed to, sorry, it's not here. Interestingly enough. I mean, both would probably be acceptable. It's just the only choice that they had. Right. What's this? At least that's what I think it's saying. Let's find out. Oh, actually, no, let's think about this for a moment. Janai desu. I think this might be helpful. Saying janai desu this way. Sorry, it's not here. Let me see. Koko janai desu. No. I mean, the catch-all stuff would would be to say, sorry, it is not here. That would be the most flexible version. Is janai desu emphasizing the not? It kinda is, for lack of a better phrase. Okay, I would say isn't for here, because janai desu is talking about the relationship of it and here. So I would still go with sorry, it isn't here, to really get into the nitty-gritty about janai desu. Because it's saying what it isn't, not what it's not. That's probably just my nitpickiness. In English, I doubt most people would be concerned with where the emphasis lands. Personally, I intentionally go back and forth. If I really want to emphasize the possession, or not the possession, but the characteristics of the subject, I probably go with its. When I want to emphasize the object not being there, I probably go with isn't. It isn't here. Not that it matters. Just chatting with myself.
すみません。ゴミ箱はありません。
Sumimasen. Gomibaku. A bako. Oh my gosh. Trash can is gonna be a problem. Gomibako. Gomibako wa arimasen. Okay. Sorry, we don't have a singular trash can. I have to remind myself I'm interjecting myself with the word singular, because in this case it's implied from English that there's only one trash can. In Japanese, you can actually have a counter that would say one trash can. However, in this very specific case, it's just implied that there's a singular trash can from the translation. But I know for a fact that in Japanese, you could say one count of trash can. And I'm doing the same thing in English now, which typically that is true. It's implied. However, most English people do not specify that it's a singular or a whole trash can. And we've talked about this a couple of times too. It's a really interesting topic. You spend less time talking, right? Sorry, we don't have a trash can. But really, it's sorry, we don't have a singular trash can, right? But A kind of absorbs that in. We were talking about Japanese counters for quite some time, and technically English has counters too. Just don't use them at all. Because you could have, sorry, we don't have a fraction of a trash can. Technically. Sorry, we don't have a trash can. Okay. Sumimasen. Gomi bako. Yeah. Gomi bako wa arimasen. Right. Ekin gomi bako is gonna destroy me. Okay. す
すみません。ゴミ箱
ゴミ箱はありません。
ありません。
The transfer is over there. Okay, we just got transfer. No Norikai. So, norikae wa asoko desu. Yes.
乗り換え
Norikae wa
は
asoko
あそこで
desu.
す。
Norikae wa asoko desu. Dun, dun, dun. All right. I mean, 3 hearts is pretty decent. Let's keep going. Restroom. Oh no. Why am I saying restroom with a roll? Oh, it's because of Japanese. I'm touching the roof of my mouth with R's now. Interesting. Instead of restroom, I'm saying restroom. 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 Okay, what is restroom? Let's see. Ote a chi i. Oteshi. Oh no, oteashi. 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 Oh no, wait. That's not she. My bad. That's chi. Oteachi. Oteachi?
お手洗い
Oteara. Oh, that's ra. Whoops. That's ra, right. Oterai. Oteari. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me.
お手洗い
Oh, otearai. Oh my gosh, that's so. Why didn't you just go with restroom? This is hirakana. So I guess that's what they wanted to go with. I haven't ever been in a Japanese bathroom, but I heard it's a culture shock, right? It's not like haven't seen a bathroom with a bidet in it, but that's fine. You've had a bug on Duolingo today with restroom where I typed otearai with kanji and it said it was wrong. Oh yeah, it does happen. Even when you type in that, yes, it does happen. There are places where if the prompt goes too far back, it won't accept the kanji. I've had that happen before. Yes. Tell me, absolutely. Yeah, mine was, I think mine was time, G. If you go too far back, G comes up. Also, Sai comes up too. Sometimes. I think it was Sai as well. Although Sai wasn't taught with the kanji yet. So I was just trying it. But I'm pretty sure it was like G or something. I don't think it was Ooki or Chisai. Chisai might have happened. Yeah, so it does happen. I think they largely accept kana before kanji. So if you always default to kana, it's a quirk. But absolutely, I can confirm that is a thing on my own end, because I always like push to do the kanji in the situations. But yeah, totally understandable. So, ote arai. Okay. Otearai. Otearai. I'm guessing it's Nakataka.
お手洗い
Yeah, otearai. But it's the first time it happened to you? Yeah, it doesn't happen all the time. Yeah, I know. You always type the kanji, you know. I know. It doesn't happen all the time. I didn't say it happened all the time. So, most of the time it's okay. But it still comes up. It's more the exception than the rule. That's why it's shocking, right? That's why it's surprising. It's the exception, not the rule. So the rule most of the time is they accept all the kanji. So, atearai. Yeah, I'm just saying it never happened to me before. That's why I was shocked. Me too. Well, it never happened to me before, but I kind of suspected that when you have an app like this, there will be retroactive errors. And it really isn't a bug, it's just an oversight. I want to emphasize that the bug is not due to some sort of programming mistake. I think they curate these things and they don't retroactively go back and do all of it. I think that's usually why I expected it. So I did that thing where the kanji thing. Before I did the kanji thing, not because I want to learn Japanese or kanji, I actually did it to see if they're programming, if they retroactively added the kanji as responses when I started doing keyboarding. So I was really testing it from a programmer's perspective and not a Japanese learner's perspective. I guess they can't predict every possibility, so yeah, it is inevitable, unfortunately. Yeah. So not so much a bug, just humans, right? Just humans. And as long as that is okay, I always like to establish that, because if I was making a product, right, I like to believe that I don't tell people that I've seen every possible possibility. That's one of the criticisms of Duolingo, by the way, by experts and stuff, where like, oh, I know this is the right answer, but they don't accept the right answer, you know, like other right answers. And some of the experts would say, oh, I get it, because, you know, they didn't curate all of that. But then you could make the argument, the ad hominem argument, Duolingo is a multi-million-dollar corp now, so how do these fall in? It's a QC problem. I understand all the angles, at least most of the angles, and humans are gonna do human things. It's funny though, and it's shocking. I totally understand. Wait, was this in one of your lessons, or was this in one of your practices? Because generally I only did the keyboard thing, and like intentionally did the keyboard thing because I mean, you have super probably, Tommy, so it doesn't really. But in my opinion, I guess it's an emotional damage. Cue Stephen He's emotional damage, right? The emotional damage is done, but I imagine you have super, so I understand. It does, the longer you become like an expert, or the longer you learn something, it becomes very emotionally damaging. It's like, nah, this is right. Don't tell me I'm wrong. I totally get it. It's kind of like when you're playing video games, right? You've played a game for so long, and that one frame drop all of a sudden makes you like desync. You just want to flip the table. At least sometimes that's how I feel after playing, I don't know, playing a live service game for so long, right? And you got hit by something that 99% of the time you haven't gotten hit by, and that one hit just makes you fly off the handle. Or it does emotional damage for a second. You have a perfect example? Let me hear it. Okay, let me practice this phrase. O terarai. Oh my gosh. Oterarai.
お手洗い
Oterarai.
お手洗い
Oterarai. That's gonna take a while. Did they teach me that doesn't look familiar? Toilet? Is that the... No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Toiru. Yeah, toire. They didn't, but technically they did. Lotus. They didn't, but technically they did. They didn't in the lessons, but they already said toire in the katakana section. Once you were watching an NBA game and it was this tie game with 20 seconds to go and my PC shut down for updates. Oh, yeah, that is a perfect example, Tommy. Like, dude, of all the times in the world, why would you have a freaking Windows update during this time? And then you start thinking back, like after the emotional damage, right? When it's re-uploading, you start thinking, well, actually 99.9% of the time, this has not happened. You see what I mean? Like 99.9% of the time, there isn't an update that shuts your PC down, because otherwise, if it was the norm, it would feel less shocking. Perfect example, Tommy. Absolutely perfect example. That's so interesting. They're teaching you first now. Wonder why they changed it. I mean, is this a hiragana? Lotus, is this permanently a hiragana? I guess they're trying to lean in on more hiragana over at first. I don't know, because I wouldn't mind learning this before. Oh, it's in kanji too. Okay, so there you go. So that means this is like legit, right? This is legit the Japanese stuff. So maybe they're just, in my opinion, if I had to read into it, they're straying a little bit. They're trying to balance out all the katakana that's been introduced up to this point. It's about half and half. For every hiragana term, there's a katakana term, I would say. So at times it feels like it's about 50-50. So I imagine if they introduce their choice to move away from, like, not introduce toire yet, is maybe they've looked at the frequency of hiragana / kanji versus katakana, right? That's my opinion, because I didn't literally write down how many katakana and hiragana kanji that I've seen so far. This kanji screwed me up today. Emotional damage. I'm sorry. Do you have ice cream? Tell me, are you an ice cream person? Maybe you can soothe out the emotional damage with maybe some ocha. I don't know if you have green tea. I don't know if you're even into green tea, but I hope this helps with your emotional damage. Today, do I have emotional damage today? No. Oh wait, I was emotionally damaged today. And Duolingo does this. This is specific to Duolingo, where they hit you with the articles, but they swap up the plural and the singular. And I got emotionally damaged by the platforms. The platforms are on the first floor versus the platform is on the first floor. Heckin' emotional damage. You usually eat ice cream only in the summer? I see. I see. I see. Oh yeah, of course. Of course. Of course. But, you know, emotional damage is still emotional damage. You soothe it over with some ice cream. Eating ice cream only in the summer is so overrated, Tommy. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Only in the summer? Come on. You know what? If it's cold, go make ice cream outside. No, I'm just kidding. That's still actually very difficult. Okay, so let me listen to this again.
お手洗い、
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 お手洗い。
お手洗い。Okay.
お手洗いはありますか？
It feels the best in the summer. I can see that. I can see that. お手洗いは、お手洗いは、ありません。ありますか？ありますか？お手洗いはありますか？ありますか？ Sorry, I'm trying to uptone. お手洗いはありますか？ Uptone. Do you have a singular restroom? Oh, hey, taxi. O te arai wa arimasu ka? Okay, a te arai wa arimasu ka? A te arai wa arimasu ka? A te arai. Okay. A te arai. Taxi. Let me guess. Taxi. Oh no. Actually, no, it isn't.
タクシ
Taxi. Taku, right? Taku. She. So tak she. I do like how clever they are with the whole like tu mu su in order to get the shortened and then just consolidate the consonant, right? The consonant sound. So taxi. Tak-shi. Just soften the U as much as possible to get the consonant sound that English has quite a lot of. Right, back to back consonant sounds. Tak-shi. I like it. I like it. Tak-shi.
タクシー
Tak-shi. Wow, you really went up.
ホームは地下です。
Homu. Oh, hey, Lotus, can you tell me where homu comes from? Is this an actual borrowed word? Like homu. Where does homu come from? No, homu wa like I don't know what the Mandarin is for platforms. No, that's not the question. I know what homu means. I'm talking about where homu comes from. Do you know? It's clearly not English. I don't think it's English. There's no way that's English. I can't even think of a combination of things that would explain how that means platform. Urato homu? Oh, so they just shorten it for me before? Man. So the real katakana, the full katakana is poratu homu. Oh, that makes so much sense. So it is English. Oh, they shortened a lot of abbreviations so the N words become a little hard to tell. Oh, okay. So it does come from English. Man, I didn't even think about adding things to it. That's a good, I will have to remember that from now on. If there's a possibility to add two English words together, right? Because purato is a separate word as well. So you could have plat and form, right? So, okay. I'll have to try harder next time. And when I mean try harder, it's just because it's fun. It's fun to know where all the words come from, the katakana. Otherwise, it wouldn't be as fun, in my opinion. I think katakana is incredibly fun because you can discuss about where the origin of the word comes from. It's the same for English, Spanish, any language, really. I enjoy brainstorming. Purato homu. I see. That's so... Okay, so... Homu wa... Huh.
地下
Chika. Underground.
地下地下
Shika.
Shika.
Really? You're gonna shika me? Shika me?
地下
You're gonna shika
Shika.
me? Okay. Okay. Homu wa shika desu. Shika desu. Shika desu. Homu wa shika desu. Hey, I like it. I like it. It's not shika. Shika. Not shika. Shika. Do I know where circle? That's a circle. Pan came from? Well, there was an anime called Japan, and that's all I know. And pan is well, there are European languages where pan is bread. So, or like that pawn word is bread, but I don't know which one they would have picked from. You're in Unit 7 in Japanese Duolingo. I know some hiragana, some katakana, and a bit of kanji. Nice! Unit 7, wow. Yeah, you're at the tail end of Section 1. Yeah, nice. Hello, hello. How was your experience so far with Japanese Duolingo? H1 or high maybe. Where does pan come from? Oh, you probably haven't learned it in Japanese yet? I have learned pan in Japanese. Or oh no. Oh, it's Portuguese? Okay. Unless pan in katakana is different, but it's Portuguese. Okay, but I have already learned pan as a food item, right? It was kind of, I think it's like Unit 7 actually. When you're ordering food, pan was introduced when you're ordering food, so the o particle. Interesting. They ascribed it to Portuguese, huh? Interesting. Nice. I know some food names in Japanese. Yeah, I hope you do. Yeah, but there's a bunch of people in chat. Well, just Lotus at this point, who probably can talk to you about food items. Right? We got the whole cluster. I think there are in section 1 there are 16. I'm just gonna pick a round number. 15. There are at least 15 food items. Water. I don't know what that last word is. Okay. Homu. So homu wa chikates. Chikates. Not to be confused with shikates. Shikates. What does shika mean? Lotus. Does shika mean something? If I were to say homu wa shikates, how would it bork this sentence? What does shika? How would shika bork the heck out of this sentence? I'm saying shika, right? Not shka. Shka. Yeah, shka. Yeah. What would, how would that bork the heck out of this? Shka is deer. Oh, oh dear. Oh dearie me. Oh dear. Okay, so that's a no. Okay, I got it. Shika, that's right. In the hiragana section, I heard shika means deer. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Okay, so homu wa shika desu. It was intentional. I like dad jokes. Sorry if that made some people groan, but I'm on top of dad joke opportunities. Okay, so the platform. Wait, I already forgotten. It's underground, right? Underground level. chika. Okay. The platforms are on the underground level. There's so many articles.
コンビニは地下です。
コンビニは地下です。
コンビニは
地下です。
地下で
です。
コンビニは地下です。
タクシーは地下ですか？
タクシーは地下ですか? Oh no, I keep forgetting to do an uptone. Just because I want to keep the English uptone. So, タクシーは地下ですか? ですか? タクシーは地下ですか? Yep. Okay. Are the taxis on the underground level? Oof, that's a lot of articles. Wait, I guess we don't need the taxis. Are taxis on the underground level? Sure. Oh, but they do want the articles. Yes, that is correct. Water in Japanese is mizu. Actually, unit 7, right? Do you have the kanji for mizu? It might be unit 8, actually. I think you have the kanji for mizu.
Wi-Fi はありません。
Wi-Fi. Wow. Wi-Fi. Hey, it's highlighted in purple, but it doesn't tell me what it is. Wi-Fi. Dang. Let me hear that again.
Wi-Fi はありません。
Yeah, Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi wa arimasen. It's not Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi はありません。
Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear the slight Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi wa arimasen. Unless they're really going for Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi. It's so accented.
Wi-Fi はありません。
Yeah. Wi-Fi wa arimasen. I mean, it sounds like Wi-Fi, right? The way we say Wi-Fi, but it has the pitch accent. You could slightly hear the difference in pitch accent. Oh, I totally just read Mizu and I didn't even look at the thing. Yeah. Nice, Lotus. Nice. I'm auto-correcting in Japanese now. That's kind of that's a bad habit. Or I don't know if that's a bad habit. I don't read language to correct people, so that's kind of a problem. Maybe that might become a problem. I might be an enabler of poor spelling. Oh no. So yeah, you can hear the
Wi-Fi はありません。
yeah, it's not Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi, right? When you're speaking English, Wi-Fi, right? Wi-Fi. But in Japanese, the pitch accent is different. Wi-Fi. So when you go Wi-Fi wa arimasen. So that's a really great example of if you can hear the difference in pitch accent.
Wi-Fi はありません。Wi-Fi はありません。
Yeah, Wi-Fi. So those are they're technically two different pitch accents. The Mora is still the same, right? Wi-Fi. So that's kind of cool. Unintentional, but kind of cool. So we don't have Wi-Fi. I'm sorry to say Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi はありません。
Oh, I like the way they say Wi-Fi. I'm gonna go around sooner or later. I'm gonna go around. And it's like, oh hey, do you have Wi-Fi around? I'm like, what? Why are you saying it like that? Wi-Fi? Why? It's kind of like the Family Guy episode with Cool Whip. You know, Cool Whip. Like, why are you accenting the Cool Whip? Like, why not just go around? Hey, do you have Wi-Fi? Instead of Wi-Fi. You think the Japanese Wi-Fi is cute or something? I think it is. Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi. I enjoy messing around with when I'm speaking. I absolutely enjoy messing around with the way you can say things differently, because it helps with the speaking dexterity. So in the future, if I'm gonna learn more languages in the future, it's great to mess around with what you can do with your voice. The more sounds you have. Imagine anime say Japanese Wi-Fi. It's kind of cute. You know, it kind of sounds like waifu. how waifu became a thing instead of wife, you know? Wife, Wi-Fi, wife, Wi-Fi, instead of waifu, right? Wife, instead of wife. So I think that's where that comes from, the Wi-Fi, as opposed to the Wi-Fi. It's kind of cute. I'm gonna be real. I think a lot of things are cute. So yeah, it kind of sounds like waifu. Okay.
あ、すみません。Wi-Fi はありません。
Oh, it's kind of like hi and hi. You know, hi. So when people type, you know, anime fans and whatnot, they would add the a, right? Hi instead of hi. Hi. Right? So it's kind of like that too, where there's the a in between word syllables that have wi or fi. There's always a little slight a in it. Yeah. Wi-Fi Wi-Fi wa arimasen, or wa arimasen. We don't have Wi-Fi. Okay.
あ、すみません。Wi-Fi はありません。
すみません。
すみません。Wi-Fi
Wi-Fi
は
はありません。
ありません。あ、すみません。Wi-Fi はありません。
すみません。Wi-Fi はありません。
We just okay. Without the this time. Oh, interesting. Now they're using yeah. So sumimasen now. Oh, Lotus. I don't know if this was a thing when you were learning Duolingo on the old track, but they reintroduced sumimasen twice. So in this part, they reintroduce sumimasen. In this case, it's the context of apologizing, as opposed to interjectingly excuse me, right? So that's kind of neat that they went the extra. I suppose they kind of highlighted like, hell, okay, so this time is sumimasen, as in the act of apologizing, as opposed to the act of preemptively excusing yourself to get someone's attention. Yeah, give it both definitions. Yeah. So the beginning of this section, it literally highlighted sumimasen again. And my first thought was, wait a minute, we already have sumimasen. And then when I looked at it, I was like, oh, nice. So they're raising it's subtle. It's subtle. I'm not sure someone is going to notice this as much, but it's subtle. They re-highlighted sumimasen. And in this case, it's the act of apologizing. Something has already happened, or a question has already prompted to you, as opposed to your preemptively saying sumimasen, as in preemptively getting someone's attention, right? Which is kind of nice. It's a bit of a nuance, and I actually think it's lovely. I'm not in English. Obviously, we just say that we use different phrases for preempting and then apologizing. Your streak is 659 days. Nice. Keep on going. That means you might have learned other languages, right? Did you try other languages as well? Possibly. I see. すみません。Wi-Fi はありません。ありません。We don't have Wi-Fi.
エレベーターはあそこです。
Elevator はWait, elevator エレベータエレベータ
ーはあそこです。
エレベーターはあそこです。Yeah, the B, yeah. Except Lotus, except I like it because I learned Spanish as a second language. Lotus. So because Spanish as a second language, I'm actually, it brings back memories because I prefer to use a softer B sound for V's. So I'm that's kind of a throwback to Spanish, at least Hispanic Spanish. You learn mostly Spanish and French? I see. Yeah. Elevator. Like vamos, right? Vamos. It's off B. It's between a B and a V though. It's not exactly B. Like you don't say vamos. But vamos instead of vamos or vamos. Slightly in between. You know they have Duolingo store like a website. I don't know that. I didn't know they had a storefront. Neat. I know they sell a plushie. I might grab a Duo plushie and put it in the back somewhere. Or here. We're probably gonna put I'm probably gonna buy a Duo plushie at some point and place it over here. It'll be a personal purchase. I don't really purchase material goods though. Vamos means let's go. Yeah, that's why I used the vamos. Vamos you can just say alone, right? Like iko in Japanese is acceptable. Iko, let's go. Or I actually don't know how to say let's go in Fujonese. Giango. Nah, that doesn't sound as cool. There's no like let's go kind of thing. Vámonos, you know, the full phrase would be vámonos, right? Vámonos. However, vamos is good enough. And iko is also shortened as well. I do like the phrase let's go. You got a dual plushie? Nice. March 2023. A year ago. Nice. I'll probably pick up a dual plushie for sure. So let's try this again. I think I'm having trouble now. エレベーターはあ、そうか。エレベータ エレベーターはエレベーターベーターエレベーターはあそこです。Okay. The elevator is here. Or, oh no, over there. My bad. あそこです。Wait, are you talking to me, Lotus? Elevator. 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 Elevator.
エレベータ
Elevator. Nakataka. Elevator. 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 Or actually,
ーエレベーターエレベーターエレベータ
might not be
ーエ
actually.
レベータ
Elevator. Yeah, the other characters, I imagine. Yeah.
いいえ、Wi-Fi はありません。
Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi はありません。No, don't have Wi-Fi, sadly. Oh! And I just totally forgot a verb. My English is gone, guys. It's time to retire from English. I'm just gonna pretend that I don't know English anymore. I don't English anymore. Just like I don't Wi-Fi. We don't Wi-Fi, guys. Cannot compute. Okay, oh no. Okay, let me try this again. Otearai. Right? Otearai.
お手洗い
Otearai. Soba.
そば
Ooki.
大きい
Manga?
漫画
What are you doing, manga? And Kozoku. Kazoku.
家族
I'm gonna get family wrong so long.
エレベーターはあそこですか？
エレベーターはあそこですか？エレベーターはあそこですか？Is the elevator over there? あそこですか？What's wrong, Indy? What's wrong? Why are you capping or exclamating? Sorry, I know capping means a different thing, but norikae or norikae.
乗り換え
Okay, norikae. So, up instead of down. Norikae. That looks like passporto.
パスポート
Okay, and
円
Nusu. Why they just throw in Nusu every time,
Nusu.
dude? And then Ede beta.
エレベータ
Beta.
乗り換えは地下です。
乗り換えは地下です。乗り換えは地下です。The transfer is on the underground level.
いいえ、Wi-Fi はありません。
Yo! 大丈夫です。 Huh? Wait, why are there two Sues? Those. Wait. Is that a thing? Indy, please. You can't be throwing Kana like that and not helping me out here. I'm doing well though. I guess Genki desu. Dosuka. Sorry. What does that mean? Oh. Wait, Indy, you're gonna have to help me out here. Is that a typo or is that not a typo? I'm listening to music on anime quiz. Oh, okay, fair enough. Is that a typo or is it not a typo? You can't be capping me, like I can't be capped. Or like you don't cap me. Listening to music on an anime. It's I feel like that might have been a I don't know. It's nothing. Oh, Betsuni. Oh, okay, Betsuni. Alright, it's fine. Wi-Fi wa arimasen. Oh wait, how did I screw this up? Oh, I omitted have. We don't have Wi-Fi. We don't Wi-Fi. Yeah. Okay.
Introducing the Duolingo Family Plan. Encourage all your favorite people to learn a language with unlimited hearts, no ads, and more to help them learn fast. Add anyone to your plan. Your family, your friends, anyone. Save together, learn together with the Duolingo Family Plan.
Okay. By the way, just so everyone knows, I typically just let the ad play whenever I'm not in the middle of a 2x XP, just because. It's really okay. You can actually close it. Close the ad, but I don't really mind. It's a product. Right? I kind of like the background music though. I really should release a full track of that. I'd be totally game to just play that in the background. Okay. Outlet. Kon. Okay. Kon sen to. Kosento. Cosento. 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 Cosento.
Consento.
Consento. Oh yeah, that's true. My motor was short on the and then it's gone up.
Consento.
Consento. Consento.
Consento.
Yeah. Okay. Consento. Where does that come from? Consento. Conduit? No. Consento. Consento.
コンセントはありますか?
Consento wa arimasu ka? Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a question that is useful for certain people who don't carry backup battery packs. Do you have an outlet? A singular outlet. コンセントはありますか?
遠いですね。
Oh, wait. Didn't we just talk about this?
遠い。
Oh no, we didn't. 遠い。遠い。遠い。遠いですね. Is it far? Oh, it... Wait. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's far, isn't it? Okay. 遠いですね. 遠い. I can get behind 遠い.
遠い。
It's a modified owie. 遠い.
乗り換えは遠いですね。
乗り換えは遠いですね. The transfer is far, isn't it? 乗り換えは遠いですね.
ATM は2階です。
ATM は2階 Close?
2階。
Oh, second floor. Oh, yeah, right. Right, we got second floor. 2階 Yes. Okay. We got all the kais. ATM は2階です. Yes, you want an article here? The ATM is... Well, actually, hold up. Yeah, I guess you put in an S. The ATM is on the second floor. Fun fact, Japanese doesn't have the concept of a question mark, so they use ka for the question. Technically, Japanese do have the concept of question mark. They just don't use it very often. We talked about this in the first week or so, where they can use question marks, they just don't. But the ka does create a period, though. We have talked about that too. When they use ka, they usually just end with a period. But yes. Did you know that Japanese doesn't have spaces at all in their sentences? Technically, Japanese do have spaces. They just don't use it very often as well. You can also use a space holder, an underscore holder too. At least that's what I'm getting from a lot of people. Hey, I'm not taking these down. People took these down for me. So when I said like, oh yeah, there's no spaces, someone gives me an exception. And then it's like, oh wait, what are those icons? They're meant for underscores. So I adopted all those ideas. Not that it occurs very often from Duolingo, just other people told me these fun facts. Their fun facts were about the fun facts that counter those fun facts. I did not get this from anywhere other than just people telling me these. I noticed some of these though. There are question marks every once in a while, but I don't know if it's because it's Duolingo or it's something else. So yeah, the one of the really joys of streaming while you're learning is that other people share fun facts with you. I really appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, those other people could be like fun facts, notice things inaccurately. But I'm just passing down the sharing the information third hand. ATM は ATM は2回
2回
です。
お手洗いは2階です。
お寺は2階です。Wait. Did I hear that right?
お手洗いは2階です。
Oh yeah, right. お寺洗いお寺洗い
お手洗いは2階です。
2階は2階です。Oh, it sucks to put the bathroom on the second floor. What the heck, man? Probably asked a bunch of times, so why did I choose to learn Japanese? I absolutely love answering this question because I do not give a traditional answer to why I want to learn Japanese. I do want to keep it short. I do have a half day. I have like about an hour and a half left. Why did I choose to learn Japanese? The short answer is I'm not learning Japanese. First, I'm not traveling to Japan, but I do. I want to say this. I want to say this phrase. Hang on. I do want to say this first. Imoto. I prepared, right? Because now I can actually say it. Imoto wa 日本に住んでます。So I do have a younger sister that technically lives in Japan. Yeah, and so the non-traditional answer is I am not learning Japanese primarily, right? And I'm not traveling to Japan. But I might in the future. I actually have a younger sister who is stationed in Japan. Why did I learn Japanese is the slightly middle Peace Corps? No, she's in the military. She's in the Navy. But Peace Corps, she's on the non-combatant side. You want to do Peace Corps when you're older? Very, very admirable goal. No, not Japanese Army. The American. Like we are, both of us are American, born and raised. But anyways, less about her. She probably can speak for herself at some point. For myself, I am learning Japanese because of learning. So I wanted to pick something that I already have some ear training for. So Japanese, I do consume lots of Japanese content. So media and yes. So I decided to learn Japanese because I want to apply learning techniques to learning a language. It's been a while since I've learned a language, which was over 10 years ago. So why I want to learn Japanese? The shorter answer is I consume a lot of Japanese, and it's an opportunity to apply learning methods to learning language. Language is very dynamic. I'm going to say language is very dynamic for a lot of people. So when people think about learning, they don't typically think about learning things that they want to learn, but things they want to use. So I know how that sounds, but when someone says they want to learn Japanese, they're learning it for a purpose. On the other hand, I play a lot of video games, and people don't learn video games. They want to play video games. But to me, it's one and the same. In order to enjoy something, you also actively learn something. So in this way, I chose to learn Japanese recently to apply learning methods to Japanese. That's the slightly longer answer. So it's basically an extremely long-term brain exercise. Indeed. You nailed it. And I do love the Japanese culture. So it's killing like 4 birds with 1 stone. It's killing like many birds with 1 stone. Figuratively. Figuratively. I'm not out to kill a lot of birds. Otherwise, there'll be a lot of birds in my wake. But figuratively. Bro, what's my day job? You could be a modern day philosopher. My day job is I don't have a day job. I think the shortest answer I can give you is that my life was filled with a lot of privileges and serendipitous calls that allow me to currently and presently not have a day job. So I spend most of my time learning, and I help people with learning. Not just about Japanese, but about themselves, raise awareness, help them find lifestyles, habit formation, things like that that helps raise their quality of life. So I typically just spend my spare time improving people's quality of lives, if I can, if I find appropriate. Yep, that's probably my day job, if I had to describe it. I'm not being paid for anything. So a lot of times people's interpretation of job is being paid for something. I can say I'm financially comfortable for now. If I need to get a job out or a paying job, I probably just go and get a paying job at some point. So for now, that's the answer. I like the Japanese culture. It's a very contrasty culture to the American culture. West meets East kind of thing. And really, really long answer. I'm a product of multiculturalism. I am a product of East meets West. So, generally speaking, a native English speaker who is born as a product of East meets West, learning Japanese is quite poetic, right? So, getting in touch with the Japanese culture in a different way, kind of nice. Kind of nice. What do you, since your name would suggest that you might be multilingual, what is your interest in at least like participating or seeing other people learn, I guess in this case, Japanese or language in general? Well, if you are serious about learning Japanese and you want to apply some learning techniques, I'll give you a few. Natural acquisition, solar system method, video game method, etc. What? What? I have a red flag, and I'm going to test the red flag now. What are your thoughts on underwater basket weaving? Can you teach me about the natural acquisition of underwater basket weaving? Also, what languages do you know? Since you wrote polyglot, mouse. That phrasing raises a red flag for me. So, we gotta test something.
お手洗いは2階です。
すみません、お手洗いは2階ですか?
Yeah, I'm not so thrilled with the whole solar system method and video game method. That sounds like throwing together some phrases without context. Sounds very unnatural, actually. すみません。お手洗いは2階ですか?
2階。
2階。すみません。お手洗いは2階ですか? Oh wait. Now it's using, oh, it's going back and forth. Okay. Excuse me. Our, is, I guess, is the restroom on the second floor. 2階。
電話はありません。
Yeah. And I understand that reference, basket weaving, by the way, and I'll ignore it for comedic purposes. I'm not here trying to sell a course if that's what you think. I don't even use these methods, but natural acquisition is by far the most studied way to learn a language and is proven by multi-accredited linguists to be probably the best way to learn a language. I can explain it to you if you want. I will gladly provide a counterpoint and suggest that I respectfully decline your use and referential claim by accredited linguists, and I guess my priority is not acquiring Japanese as a language, but to delve into more the intricacies of its community from a foreigner perspective. So I will decline your offer and continue to suggest that you are speaking in a tone that would suggest you know better. And using words like the best way to do things is something that I do not resonate with. I generally think of things, approaches that are appropriate for learning, not some one-size-fits-all model pushed by someone who believes they are more qualified. Respectfully, so.
電話。
電話は、whoa.
電話はありません。
電話はありません。ありません。電話は。
電話はありません。電話。
We got this from our Hirakana section.
電話はありません。
Wow. So you went from... Oh, did you just find out you're in section 2, unit 2? Or did you finish 3 units right away? That's really fast. Hi. Or H1.
電話。
ありません。We don't have phones. A phone. We don't have a phone. Okay. But your counterpoint doesn't make much sense. You can naturally acquire a language while still delving into the intricacies of the community, as you said. I didn't say you can't do both. You didn't mean to offend me, by the way. Now, I'm also a firm believer of no one says, okay, I just want to give you some opportunities to learn the language in different ways. As you say, you wanted to apply techniques. The good old quotations. So, I didn't say they were mutually exclusive. I did say that I prioritize certain things. So my priorities lie with delving into the intricacies of communities, but not from a scholastic point of view, but more from a first-hand experience. So you represent a specific subset of individuals who enjoy the act of acquiring languages. I like to think that's what you're trying to portray. However, I find it very disagreeable when someone uses phrases or words like best. When it comes to best, you might be presenting that you have a firm believer of no one size fits all, yet you present things like there is a one size fits all. Like multiple linguistics. I would agree with you that natural acquisition are a method that is incredibly efficient and best, whatever metrics they use. However, generally, I would use the word alternative methods. as opposed to best methods. So if you are one that firmly believes in a no one-size-fits-all method, I would probably appropriately say avoiding using words such as best would give me a feeling, or at least an intuition, that you aren't referring to one-size-fits-all methods. Providing alternatives are great. At the moment, I would say it takes a significant amount of time to execute and participate in techniques long enough before introducing new techniques. One could get overwhelmed and probably incredibly unfocused when it comes to constantly acquiring new techniques without actually executing the technique I plan to use for an extended amount of time, at least for myself. And by extended, I mean 2 to 3 months. It's only been 28 days. Before the section update, I was only in Unit 7. I see. H1. Let's see. Phone. 電話.
電話
I think I'm saying it like I would say it in Mandarin.
あ、すみません。電話はありません。
And just so that it makes it so it's not about myself, I'm kind of curious. Have you used Duolingo? LMAO. You're going way deep into this. I'm 16 years old, hoping to pursue linguistics in college. Nothing I said was objectively wrong. Funny. Yes, it's all opinion-based and hearsay, but I was just trying to help and get somebody to look at learning in different perspectives so they can choose the one that they like the best. I can see you're doing that. For sure. LMAO, you're going way into deep. That's what we're here for, right? Learning is a serious topic for me. However, if you think being objectively wrong has anything to do with exercising proper communication with emotional intelligence, I think that might be where we want to start our discussion. Communicating without emotional intelligence is not something that I find tolerant, right? So if you say that you can exonerate yourself just by shilling objective facts, I suppose, or if you're not objectively wrong, it's kind of funny because you're saying it's opinion based, yet you're not objectively wrong. So that's a little confusing to me. But hey, if you're 16 years old and I should excuse you for being 16 years old, or excuse you because you're saying something that's not objectively wrong, then I'm sorry to want to treat you like an adult and an educated person. So if you don't want to take it seriously, then you don't have to. It's fair enough for me. I usually take most people's comments quite seriously with the weight of respect, mutual respect in this case. Throwing LMAO, you're going way into deep, is trivializing how much effort and care that I really care about learning linguistics. So if you're going to college for linguistics, I like to challenge you to be a little bit more mature about your future, because I take my language and learning pretty seriously. If you want me to treat you like a 16-year-old, then that's perfectly fine. Sorry, bro. I'll pass this time. I actually juggle a lot of different methods, and I have chosen some methods that I need to use for an extended amount of period of time in order to tell if they're effective. Stating facts does not exonerate you from being a jerk. I'm just saying. Like, that is the elements of being a non-professional. A 16-year-old who thinks they can excuse themselves by stating facts. And hey, if it's true, It can't be misused. Thanks, Nojo. From YouTube. Section 1 and has 5 units. You've already completed section 1 and now I've completed. I don't know what you're talking about, H1. No, you can see learning is extremely important to you, so how about we move on from this altogether? I respected your decision as to not to explain natural acquisition. Yeah, I'll pass on the offer. It's not to say that I don't understand what natural acquisition is. I'm well aware what natural acquisition is. If it looks like I'm not actually doing that, is because I'm evaluating. The purpose of me streaming here is to evaluate the efficacy and the methods deployed by Duolingo. So instead of detracting from what I'm doing right now by participating in an explanation about natural acquisition, Duolingo doesn't necessarily have the greatest methodology that aligns with the principles behind natural acquisition. So I do talk about that a lot, since there are many people who deliberately and intentionally come to a stream of someone who's using Duolingo to offer advice on methods of natural acquisition. It is predominantly something that is supported by the greater linguistic community, not necessarily supported by the greater learning community and education community. I am very contentious on the idea that the greater learning community would put forth and back a very a lot of techniques and would say one is predominantly the superior technique to learning in the greater learning community, not the language acquisition. I do agree with you. The fact is that the vast majority believe natural acquisition is undisputably the best. And to answer my question, you speak English and Spanish fluently, Portuguese at a high intermediate level, and Norwegian as a beginner. You also don't use Duolingo as your primary learning method. Fair enough. That gives me some framework to determine if we actually resonate in different experiences. So, since you don't use Duolingo as your primary learning method, that is inferring that I'm using Duolingo as my primary method, I would have to say that in general, without using Duolingo as your primary learning method, it would be very difficult to objectively or even subjectively provide appropriate advice when you have not evaluated the shortcomings or maybe even have constructive criticism on using Duolingo as a primary learning method to begin with. Building off of that, is Duolingo my primary learning method, and is that the technique you were talking about? I am evaluating Duolingo as a learning application. So I'm learning Japanese because I choose to learn Japanese. However, it could be anything. I'm using Duolingo to evaluate its methods that they deploy, and then constructively adding to Duolingo. So I reviewed a lot of these aspects after 25 days of use, which was in my video, my 26th video, where I summarized some of the 3 potentially main aspects of learning that Duolingo deploys very efficiently, their trade-offs and compromises, and what I'm doing to constructively add to what Duolingo lacks, which are elements of natural acquisition. So that to answer your question, yes, it is my primary learning method per se. It's acting as a functional scaffold or framework to build upon. But you've never said that it wasn't your primary learning method in the past. That's fair, but it's not your current primary learning method now. Duolingo is an active product that changes. So if you said in the past, and it's been in the last 2 years, Duolingo actually overhauled its learning methods and its pathway, which lead to a substantially different experience, which is the topic of the discussion between me and former people or current users of Duolingo when they compare and contrast the changes that have happened. So regardless if you didn't say or claim you didn't use primary learning methods in the past, they are outdated. So when you're providing advice, you still have to remain up to date on a app's design. Apps design do matriculate and change far more rapidly than some textbook. And you never compare Duolingo to any method? You don't. You're inferring it. If you say you're never compared Duolingo to any method, so how do you know of its shortcomings? Right? Like just as a maybe a consensus here. I wouldn't say someone would know the shortcomings of an application if they haven't recently used it, which I was assuming because you were providing some commentary. And if you do not make comparisons and juxtapositions between different things, it's very difficult to have a standardization to compare any form of shortcoming. Like Duolingo has its shortcoming compared to what? You have 690 days streak on Duolingo, so I've been up to date for a while. Interesting. So you're telling me that in those 690 days, you have reset your educational path in order to reevaluate the change in Duolingo's path in Japanese. That's what you're presuming, or you're inferring by that phrase. I can tell you that me and Dragon Lord Lotus, and me and Indy, they still have long streaks and they have played for multiple years, or they have used this device for multiple years, but they have not gone over the revised path. So they are here to share the experience with me because they had a different experience when they first learned Japanese. That path is remarkably different, and the experience is remarkably different. How am I streaming from Twitch and YouTube? It's a plugin extension. I use OBS. So OBS allows the use of third-party plugins, and there's a plugin that allows me to send 2 signals at the same time. Nojo. H1 overall, you think Duolingo is the best language app? You give it 4 stars? It's too early for me to tell. H1. How long have you been using it? Oh, but that's where you get me. I studied Japanese for a little bit in 2022 and never used Duolingo. Fair enough. That's fair. What do you use now? Polyglot. What do you use now? Like, how do you go about learning language now, since you're gonna look forward to a career in linguistics? Like your combination. So far, my discussions with people who come in that don't use Duolingo anymore, they're usually telling me all the things about what they use now and not Duolingo. And that's perfectly acceptable. They do explain stuff like Ushu, Anki, Genki's textbook for Japanese. There's quite a lot of alternatives. And also, these individuals are not around anymore because they came with the intent of deterring using Duolingo. So That's often why I'm very prepared. I didn't naturally prepare a counterpoint or counter argument to individuals who are peddling different alternative methods that work for them. However, as a person who streams on Duolingo, one has to be educated enough to offer counterpoints on why I'm using Duolingo. Because oftentimes the person that comes in isn't to participate in the use of Duolingo. They are usually coming in to offer alternatives, although in their phrasing offer better ways of learning Japanese. And oftentimes they don't even ask if I'm actually learning Japanese as my primary focus, which it really isn't. It's evaluating Duolingo. You've been studying Duolingo, you've been using Duolingo since March 2021. Dang. Nice. Dang. Yeah, I have only used Duolingo for 27 days so far. Just 27 days. No advertisements, no nothing, just... It's a very popular app. I saw a TED Talk by the CEO of Duolingo. I thought it was very provocative, so I wanted a first-hand experience. Okay, you use a mix of LingQ and native content in your language, such as YouTube, TV, and books. Okay, well, let me supplement my experience. Duolingo is my primary method. It is offered as a framework. However, before I use Duolingo, I have already been trained habitually to participate in listening to Japanese, because I typically like multicultural content, as I am a product of multiculturalism. So when it comes to books, YouTube, TV, shows, and whatnot, I already naturally do that. However, in terms of active learning, Duolingo is being offered as the primary learning method, not the primary learning Japanese method. It is the primary learning method on which I'm building all the things I already do around it. And LingQ has been offered as an alternative before already. Someone combines LingQ with Anki, using the flashcard features of Anki. And I do LingQ and Anki stuff without LingQ and Anki stuff. So right now the main focus is using Duolingo and evaluating Duolingo. That's about it. You also have to, yeah, feel free. I would love to hear more about, I kind of want to hear more about your educational background. Like what does a student striving to be a linguist in college have to do? Like framework and stuff. So thanks for sharing. I haven't talked like this for a while, actually. I really appreciate it. I can get a little aggressive when I'm talking in my element, but I'm sure you can get pretty tucked into it. But I actually take this really seriously. So if you ever want to discuss it more, I haven't done this in a long while, having like really, really heavy discussions. So definitely feel free. And good luck. Good luck with high school and college if I don't ever see you. Right? Best of luck. Yes. Take care. Duolingo designs better for Chinese than Japanese. Oh, that's interesting. Hideyoshi. That's an interesting comment. Because so far on the tier list, right? So I'm not going to speak for other Duolingo courses, but I want to use Japanese, Chinese, and Spanish, right? So naturally, I wanted to see if in programming, there's always a staggered variances in quality, right? And I was looking at other people's quote unquote tier lists, because you get a lot of tier lists on YouTube, and the Chinese course actually ends up in 3rd place a lot of times out of the 3. So Spanish at 1, Japanese at 2, and then Chinese at 3. So it's kind of refreshing to hear that you differ and you think the Chinese is better than Japanese. So I look forward to it. It's going to be another 2 or 3 months before I start Mandarin. So I look forward to it. For someone like you to say that, I feel I know you well enough based on how often you say things, that's kind of high praise. Oh, not saying it's a better course, but this method of learning is a better fit for the grammar. Oh, interesting. I see. So it's more appropriate. Yeah. So I look forward to it. So far, yeah. People placed Mandarin in 3rd. But Mandarin is holding 3rd and 2nd, like between 2nd and 3rd really, really well, actually. There are a lot that are below Mandarin right now. So based on those tier lists, anyways. Also, yeah, and then Spanish is the flagship. They're using Spanish as the gold standard. Most of the peeps, when they're doing their whole tier list breakdown for YouTube purposes, Spanish and English is used as the standard. Were the scores weighted by how many people learn each language? No. These are YouTubers. They are influencers. So those are all personal tier lists, not these are those like 5-minute videos where they didn't use explainers. It's just to summarize things, right? Based on their personal experience. So, in these videos, they do not explain how they do the scoring system. It's a personal op-ed stuff. So from like 10 to 15 people, that oftentimes people will come in and say, well, accredited linguists would say so-and-so. These are the tier lists. So I went to the 10 random influencers that are also certified linguists, right? Certified linguists, and their tier list often place the Mandarin course lower than the Japanese course, and the Spanish and English course as the gold standard. So whether that's true or not for myself, I can't tell. I don't have personal experience. However, there's those opinions, and I did not have the time, or maybe they don't have a video on how they score their tier lists. I don't know if you've ever been on YouTube to watch like tier list videos, but generally they cut the explainers, so it's not as it's hustle. It's a hustle op-ed, so it's in their opinion. And the consistent pattern between people would rank the Mandarin course at the bottom. Out of the three, the tier list actually includes all of the courses, and there are far more below Mandarin at the moment. So, yeah. Like German course is pretty lackluster. That would be an example that it was highlighted and consistent among the 10 so people. Yeah. I was really hoping to do a little bit more today, so we're gonna refocus. I do have to go to the bathroom, so I'll take this break for bathroom. Oh. The design is good for languages with atomic concepts. What does the word atomic concepts mean, Hideyoshi? I do have to admit though, that person's the way that 16-year-old types is pretty impressive. English, Spanish, and intermediate high on French. And then, what was it? Let me see. English, Spanish. So possibly Western Hemisphere location. Portuguese at a high intermediate level, would strike me as someone who might be potentially South American. And then Norwegian as a beginner. Interesting. At the age of 16, that's incredibly impressive. That person's command of the English language is quite good for a 16-year-old. Especially the mannerism in which that person typed. I'm quite impressed. It like to talk, swap up my mannerisms in English. I haven't spoken like that in quite some time. Felt a little rusty here and there. My word choice could have been a little bit better. Okay. Atomic concepts. You can atomize the grammar points into a singular, well-defined structure. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you mean. So, are you saying Chinese? Are you saying Mandarin is more atomic than Japanese? That leaves my interest quite a bit. I like it. Oh. It might coincidentally make it a step down as opposed to a step up. Chinese has a lot of rote memorization. Yeah, fair enough. It could work to my advantage. I don't know yet. I haven't really relied on that yet. Japanese, so much of it is predicative, and then you realize you can stack previous grammar points. Yeah, exactly. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't ever used the word atomic or atomizing in the context of language before. However, I do get the what you just said when you were explaining atomic concepts. I can see why it does track with how my parents struggle with different methods of acquiring language outside of their primary language, which is Chinese. Interesting. Unfortunately, I can't communicate in Mandarin or Fujianese proficient enough to even begin to explain and reorient the differences between learning English and learning Mandarin, let alone Japanese, right?
あ、すみません。電話はありません。
Okay.
あ、すみません。電話はありません。
Okay. Sorry, sorry, we don't have phones. Or we don't have a phone. So,
すみません。電話は
ありません。
ありません。あ、すみません。電話はありません。
階段はここですか？
I can't really emphasize enough how impressive that person's ability to type. Wow, 16-year-old. Could have fooled me, actually. Arimasu? Yes, we did learn arimasu. And then we learned arimasen. Arimasen is our first negation. Or negated conjugation S thing. They did not provide the grammar points, so it's still not grammar points, it's more pattern recognition, right?
Kaidan.
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 Kaidan. Kaidan. Kaidan. Kaidan wa koko desu ka? Kaidan.
Kaidan.
Are the stairs here?
Kaidan.
Okay. Okay. Saka.
サッカ
スカート。
ー、スカート、
Just straight up Yaku. Yaku.
野球
Kind of reminds me of Yatta. Yaku. What was this? Oh, 电话. Dian Hua. Ooh, my man. Ooh, Chinese is. Dian Hua. Oh, I mean. Oh, actually, it's much closer to.
電話
Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, it's Dian Hua as opposed to Dian Hua. Oh, man. That's gonna. I'm gonna have Freudian slips all over the place when I say. Dian Hua. Dian Hua. Yeah. No, I'm saying Dian Hua, not Dian Hua. Not Dian Hua. Dian Hua. That's gonna be a Freudian slip. Yeah. Dian Hua. Dian Hua versus Dian Hua versus Dian Hua. Dude, yeah, I know. It's the phone has Chinese etymology. That still doesn't help with my Freudian slips on Dian Hua. Dian Hua. Dian Hua. Dian Hua. Roku.
ロック、
Roku. Dian voice? Oh, I mean electric voice? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, Dian. Dian guy. Hua. Dian Hua. I get it. That's kind of cute. I haven't even thought about it that way. Electric voice. Dian Hua. Yeah. So why, it's kind of interesting. So technically, what is the Japanese word for electric? They could have went with like something go, right? Something go, electric go, whatever electric is. Electric go. As opposed to just going with Dian Hua. I don't know what the word for electric is. And then just add go to the end. Electric go. Arigare. Oh, no. We just got this. Aidan.
階段、
For what? Electric voice. So for telephone, Japanese could have went with electric voice as opposed to a borrowed word, dianhua. Unless it's actually, no, it's not, right? I don't think they went with, is wa voice in Japanese? I don't think so. They could have went with the same theme, electric voice. Something go. Being on? Oh, is it on? Is the... I thought they could went with go instead. Like whatever the word for electric is. Oh, is it dian? Wait. Hold up. Is the Japanese word for electric dian? Dinsei? Oh, dinsei. Wait, is that not... Oh, that's interesting. I feel like you said television. Electric picture. Dinsei. If there's two characters, I see. Yeah, it goes Chinese a lot. Yeah, I know. That's probably one of the things I look forward to. After learning Japanese and going into Mandarin, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna enjoy all the like the crossing back and forth between it. But dinsei is television. Instead of they introduce telebi, right? Terebi instead for TV. Terebi as opposed to dinsei. Voice is koe, but add electric and it may become sei. Ah, I see. I think that's kind of cute. I think they Japanese, they come up with their version or like use their version of electric voice or electric language or something. I went with go because it could just it could work with go, but I don't know. I was just thinking too much about it. Kind of neat. Yeah, dinsei, that would be even more confusing. Saying dinsei would be even more confusing. Which I like. I like being confused. Sorry if people are not. I feel confusion is the fun part about learning stuff. You have to learn the nuances to be less confused. Oh, by the way, something confusing from Chinese that Duolingo didn't tell you. Aoi isn't blue for Chinese? Aoi is not blue in Chinese. It's sometimes green. No. Yeah, Duolingo didn't tell us that, but it's not confusing to me. Because red is not often red. It's also orange from Chinese. So, I talked about this 2 or 3 times already. 2 or 3 times already. Yeah, blue and green, also red and orange, actually. Yeah. So, yeah. And someone already talked about it. Blue and green. We already talked about blue and green. With a stranger. Another person came into chat and talked about blue and green. And I was talking about red and orange at the time. Indy and I already chatted about red and orange. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. And I agree with you. Duolingo doesn't explain cultural points. And what I mean by cultural points is perceptive cultural points. And yeah, blue and green, that's definitely one, especially traffic lights. And then for red and orange, it's the tori. The tori gates, right? All the tori stuff, like especially Kyoto. When you see the red, it's actually orange. But it's still red. It's still akai. You still say akai. However, if a Westerner like myself walk into like the tori, like look at toris, they sometimes are orange as opposed to red. So there's that too. with the whole traffic light thing being blue and green, blue, green, that kind of thing. It's really kind of a fun topic. We'll do another day. Keep up the streak up. Not going to chill around here for long. Same as yesterday. It's already late. Yeah, in Germany. Today there's no friend. Yeah, no worries. Take care. Take care, Noah. enjoy your time, Noah. Good luck. Good luck. You're always free to throw in some German stuff. Yeah, definitely talk about some German stuff. I would love to hear more about German related translational stuff. Take care. Take care, Noah. Oh, we're raising some controversy now. Ooh ha. I feel I'm out of my element now. I'm a little flustered. I think that's the 16-year-old that know a lot about language. Anything in the future, like just say weird things, you know, like, oh yeah, you know, Germans don't think blue is like green either, you know, something interesting. I don't, it doesn't matter. It's not a competition. I just like hearing, because I can't go to Germany, you know, willy-nilly, and there's got to be something interesting. You don't get the color thing? Fair enough. When you take a walk tomorrow outside, tell me something about Germany. Until next time, right? Save some little details about the reason why I ask is oftentimes when you're on the internet, all your normal things that you do, if you're in Germany, all the normal things you do is not normal to me, right? So it's interesting to other people. It gets you be interested in your everyday life. I don't like it. It saddens me when people think the things they do all the time around themselves is boring. So most of the time, my question to you is, what do you do every day? Because we're from different countries. So all the things you probably normally do might be interesting to me. Just to get you like really excited. I think people should be more excited about their normal lives. Normal doesn't mean it has to be mundane and boring to everyone else. You'll be a little bit more aware of your behavior. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yep. Get excited to tell me something, right? Get excited to tell me something. I want to hear it. And that'd be cool. Yeah, and sleep well, rest well. My friend is colorblind. I had to play with him with an escape room game where we had to match the color of the plates and bottles. Oh no. Wait, did your friend know they were colorblind? Or did they just discover it then? That the two of you just discovered then that that person might have some level of colorblindness. I might have had that experience before. Only it was more that person forgot to mention they're colorblind. And then I was doing like, yo, that's red and green. Like, what, you know? And then it was discovered that that person was red, green, colorblind. So, or they forgot to share that they were red, green, colorblind. That has happened before to me. I actually do know 2 or 3 people who have limited colorblindness. I knew he was colorblind, but I think he then realized, oh, yeah. Is it full spectrum colorblindness or just like red and green sensitivity? Oftentimes red green sensitivity is the most common. And since you said he, it's oftentimes it's still statistically red green colorblindness, I think, unless the statistic changed. It's hard to talk about special things when other asks something about for yourself normal things, but I'm going to accept the challenge. Yes, exactly. Definitely. Take it up. Just one detail, and I'll probably ask you tons of questions in response. He doesn't see the difference between red, orange, and yellow. Also blue and gray. Wow. That's a lot. Tommy, have you ever thought of if you know this person can't tell the have trouble telling the difference between red, orange, and yellow, and then blue and gray. Have you ever wondered what you're wearing, and you would like go meet your friend, and you're thinking, this is probably just black. Yeah, have a good one, Noah. Take care. Sleep well. Have you ever thought about that? Where like, oh yeah, I know my friend is colorblind. But then you start like wearing something and you look down, unless you wear all black and gray, that's perfectly fine. But generally just thinking like, you look at your shirt, right? Maybe it has a print with like red, orange, and yellow all over it. And you're wondering, do I look nice or don't I look nice? Or comments like, oh yeah, do you like my colorful shirt? Like your shirt that's several shades of the same tone. I think about that all the time, and not in a overly concerned, or I don't want to give the person that I'm overly concerned about what I wear because of them, because that would make it look like they're burning me. That's not the impression. I think that's just super interesting. Like, for example, the first thing I would do if I had a colorblind friend, I would ask the colorblind friend if they could pick out a colorful shirt for me. And I just want to like observe. I know they have to be comfortable with it, but I just want to know. Because you could sort of. I can't be deliberately colorblind, right? So it would be so interesting to ask a person who at least is limitedly colorblind what they like. Because this particular colorblind person that I know likes to paint. Like to paint and assemble and stuff. And I've always wondered how the design changes. Like, what kind of paint do they use? Like, what the areas? So you get someone like a colorblind person to create something, right? And that creation is going to be fundamentally very startlingly different from someone who has color vision. So that's just ultimately incredibly interesting to me. Would be funny to take him clothes shopping and coming with everything gray. Yeah. That's how you get, in my opinion, to me, that's how I would let someone know that I think it's normal. In my opinion, I think it's normal, but also interesting at the same time to have color blindness. So my interest would be all up in their business because I'm so fascinated by how their perspective changes. And I'm sure they would be entertained by it, since a lot of times people view colorblindness as some sort of detraction, as in, oh, I'm sorry you're colorblind. Like, I imagine they do get this a lot. It's like, oh, I'm sorry about that. I say, well, I'm not sorry about it. I actually think just legitimately is incredibly fascinating. Get a colorblind I'm with stupid shirt in 2 colors. That's one way. It just looks like a solid color to them, and you walk around with them all day. It would be interesting. I would ask I would ask a colorblind person to see, right? There's so many interesting things to do with people. At least that's my goal, right? My goal is to express what is fascinating about the person I'm talking to. Hence why I'm generally incredibly serious, if not aggressive, about expressing what I think about a person in general. I try not to be like too uncomfortable. So, and you have to determine if the person is actually comfortable in having that conversation first. Like the conversation I just had today, we kind of swapped. I kind of turned into someone that I haven't been in a while, where I was talking more analytically and precise about my wording, just swapped it over a little bit, and it was very refreshing. It felt like I was back to my old self, my old 5 years young self. Like 5 years ago, the way I spoke just now today was my norm. I typically speak like that. It was very technical, direct, and critical. So that comes in here and there most of the time. Nowadays, I spend my time adding to people's conversations instead of aggressively counterpointing them, right? That's like sitting in the lab meeting trying to present your data. It's like 1 hour of solid counterpoints over and over again. Like there's no words of encouragement when you talk about peer review and stuff. That 1 hour, you're on your game, everyone's looking at everything critically, and then eventually once you leave the office space, everyone just grabs a cup of coffee or whatever their favorite beverage and just unwind a little bit, right? Obviously Twitch is not that type of place, so it was very refreshing how scholarly that I would rate that person at like 21 years of age. For a 16-year-old to sound like that is incredible. Well, it gives me an idea of how much pressure or like what type of environment this 16-year-old is probably under. I genuinely have not met a 16-year-old that well spoken in a while. Well spoken doesn't mean it's a suggestion of like success or better or something. It's just that that person sounded very different than your standard 16-year-old, your average 16-year-old, in terms of diction. I felt threatened. No, I'm just kidding.
コンセント
Oh, by the way, guys, where does consento come from? So we were talking about purato homu, right? Homu, but what about this? What's consento from? Or outlet? Like, where did they get consento? What is this? Oh, Shizuka. What kind of outlet? No. Where did this come from? Oh, they said electric outlet. They had an image of an electrical outlet. The closest thing I can think of for consento, if it was an English word, was like conduit or something. Concentric? Huh. Yeah, I don't see the connection. Yeah, consento. Yeah, it's in katakana, right? This is in katakana, so it's a borrowed word. I wonder what language it is. We talked about pan too. Apparently pan is derived from Portuguese, so that was kind of neat. I forgot who said that. Someone said that. You? Concentric plug. That's fair. Actually, that's fair. Although, man, concentric would be a stretch. But I get it. That's not bad. Not bad. Concentric, so still English. I was kind of hoping for a different language. English, huh? I mean, it has the con, sen, like con and sen is very Englishy or Germanic, anyways.
静か
Shizuka. Totemo.
とても
Sandoichi. That looks like sandoichi. Yeah,
サンドイッチ
and
こ
Coco.
こ
Sumimasen. Mm. Nikai? No. Kaiban. Kai do. Oh no. Kaidan. 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 Okay. I took too long discussing stuff. Already faded from short-term memory. Feels bad, man. Sumimasen. Kaidan wa doko desu ka?
階段
Kaidan wa doko desu ka?
どこですか
Sumimasen. Kaidan wa... Oh. Wait. Yeah, kaidan wa asoko janai desu. Sumimasen.
すみません
Sumimasen. Kaidan
階段は
wa asoko janai
じゃないで
desu. I'm pretty sure it's janai desu. So. That's kind of how they did it. Oh, I had janai desu since I had janai desu since section 1 unit 4. It's been a while for janai desu, yeah. Although sen, I think I know what you're trying to think. I think you're like aramasen or aramasen. Yeah. Yeah. I figured. Arimasen. Yeah. I figured that's what you were going for. And I would agree with, like, they also introduced that here by coincidence too. So I agree with you. I thought about it as well. But the word order is different. Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with you. Asoko wa kaiden ga arimasen. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, that introduces the ga particle. We only had one instance of the ga particle, and it wasn't actually even introduced in that way. So janai desu would be aligned with the structures that we have now, the patterns that I have now. Clipping of Konsentoroku Uragu. Oh, Konsentoroku. Oh, concentric plugs. Okay, I got it. Yeah, okay. Concentric plugs. Got it. Yeah, it's kind of... I find it incredibly refreshing now that I'm getting to a point where we can talk about different ways, right? Different ways, and I'm following you. Like, I'm starting to think of different ways of expressing things. And that whole flexibility thing makes it feel a little bit more English, to me, personally. A little bit more English. And obviously, I'm not saying Japanese isn't that way. It's just that I haven't ever had the feeling that I'm not learning something in which I can flexibly be redundant in a way. So in that case, arimasen was something that popped into my head.
近いですね
Chikai
近い
Chikai
近い
Chikai desu ne.
近い
Oh no, my short-term memory is failing me because we got another term earlier. I'm not gonna say it. It's probably gonna feel familiar by the time it shows up again. So, Shikai. Too much talking, less solidifying short-term memory. It's Shikai. Shikai desu ne. Shikai.
近い。
出口は遠いですか
Neguchi.
出口
Dekuchi. Dekuchi wa...
出口
Dekuchi Toi. 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 Desu ka? Toi is... Yeah, there it is. Toi.
遠い
So, 出口は遠いですか?
出口
Is the exit far? Oh, I mean... Yeah, well, actually far, yeah.
出口遠い
Oi. Okay. Don't forget my articles. My articles are fine. Did they give it to you as Janitas? They did give it to me as Janitas. It's one of two negations, or one of two negative things from section 1. Only two negative things. Apparently, according to Indy and Lotus, they were far more negative in section 1 before. Masens have been in many places before now, so much earlier back in the day. Not anymore. Exit. Right, we just got this. Deguchi. Deguchi.
出口
Deguchi. Oh, Deguchi. 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 Interesting.
出口
すみません、出口はどこですか？
Sumimasen. Deguchi wa... Doko desu ka? Deguchi wa... Doko desu ka? Sumimasen. Deguchi wa doko desu ka? Okay. We have a lot of vocab that I'm gonna end up forgetting tomorrow a little bit. Probably just remember the English for now. Know that they are introduced. Because I have to end my session soon.
自販機はありますか？
Jihanki.
自販機
Jihanki. Vending machine. Jihanki wa arimasen. Oh no. Arimasu ka. Arimasu ka. Jihanki wa arimasu ka? Do you have vending machine? Jihanki. I really like that. Jihanki. Jihanki wa arimasu ka? Arimasu ka? Jihanki wa arimasu ka?
すみません、自販機はありますか？
Okay.
すみません、
自販機
自販機は
はありますか？
ありますか？自販機はありますか？
Okay. Adding all the extra stuff. So, 自販機はありますか？うん。Yeah.
カフェは2階ですか？カフェ
Cafe. Oh,
カフェ
wow. That actually works really well.
カフェ
Cafe.
カフェ
Cafe.
カフェ
Cafe. That works so well.
カフェは2階ですか？
Cafe. Cafe wa 2階ですか？2階 second floor?
2階
Yeah, 2階 second floor. カフェは2階ですか？ Is the cafe on the second? Whoa. Day is the same in dekuchi and dekakimasu. Yeah. Yeah. I made that pattern distinction. Yes. Kohi. Kohe. Kohe.
カフェ
Kohe. 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 Kohe.
あ、自販機はありますか？
Junkie. You know what? Why I like junkie?
自販機
Jihunky, because it reminds me of the word junkie. And here's the slight deep cut. Vending machines are often in the this is a western thing. So vending machines are often associated with junk food. So jihunky is really funny. But it's in hiragana so far, so I'm guessing there might be kanji for it, but like jihunky. You just ruin a word for me. I'm sorry. All I can think about is like it's a junk food machine. A junkie. Jihunky. Sorry. I was wondering why I like that word for some reason. Like jihunky. Yeah. Does the katakana junkie is jihunky in katakana a word for junkie? Jihunky self-sell machine. I see. Yeah. Jihunky. Oh no. Jihunky wa arimasu ka? Oh. Do you have vending machines? A junkie. Jihunky.
コインロッカーはありません。
Coin no roka.
コインロッカ
Ah, that's cool. Oh hey, I knew coin locker because like a dragon, coin lockers. Coin locker. Oh, you know
ー。コイン
what?
ロッカ
That makes so much sense that they translated it to coin locker instead of storage locker. That's so funny. That is wow, that's a meta right there. That's a lot of meta. Because coin lockers are storage lockers operated with coins, but in terms of storage lockers, they can be operated with keys as well. So in Like a Dragon, when they localized coin lockers, they localized them to literal coin lockers with keys. But coin locker here is introduced as storage lockers, which typically there are more storage lockers than coin lockers. That's crazy. Wow. I haven't even made that connection at all. Ah, coin locker. Coin locker. Interesting. Very interesting. Man, there's so many interesting things. It just cease to amaze. Coin locker. Coin locker. Wa arimasen. We don't have coin lockers. I mean, we don't have storage lockers. Oh no, that's gonna be a problem too. Because of Like a Dragon, when I think of coin lockers, we got both. Kyunyun, and Milku. Well, actually, Duolingo didn't give me Kyunyun. I actually know Kyunyun. Actually, Indy, you might not want to mention milk around Indy because Indy made a really big funny with Kyunyun. But Kyunyun, Milku is the thing that they use, and then not in the lessons. We haven't actually learned milk in lessons. It was in the katakana section. But yeah, Kyunyun is what I've heard before brought into Duolingo. So this is a trap on NLPT exams. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. I'm not the biggest fan on traps on exams, but yeah. Milk tea, milk plus tea, right? Yeah. Oh, true. I can see. Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan on standardized testing doing traps, but I can see the trap there. Oh no. Now I actually want to say coin lockers, because coin locker means something different now for me. They actually do mean storage lockers, but they're coin lockers. Coin lockers. Coin locker. Weird. We don't have storage lockers. Oh. Ah! I keep forgetting. But that's the second time I've done that. We don't coin locker. We don't storage lockers. Anyways, I really gotta stop distracting myself. Manga.
Manga?
Roku.
ロック
This is a new one, right? Dekochi. Dekochi.
Deguchi?
Deguchi. Whoops. Goo. My bad. Deguchi. Deguchi. Why do you uptone like that? It's not a question. Is it the exit or is it not? And then oh man. Oh yeah. Tempura.
Tempura?
Tempura. And then of course you would put in engineer.
Engineer?
すみません。コインロッカーはありません。
You will get this wrong on Japanese exams if you don't know milk tea. I mean, you would definitely get anything wrong when you don't know what they're going for. Yeah. That's a redundant phrase. All right. Yeah. Out plus mouth. I see. I see the mouth. Oh, so that's the out kanji. I see. You will get most things wrong in life if you don't know the relevant context. I agree. So, I do not think that type of phrasing is helpful, obviously. But I see what your point is. Well, luckily for me, I have no interest in taking the NLPT, interestingly enough. Not yet, anyways. Sumimasen, coin locker wa arimasen. Sorry, we don't have storage lockers. This time I remembered half.
あ、すみません。コインロッカーはありません。あ、すみません。コインロッカーはありません。
あ、すみません。
すみません。コインロッカ
コインロッカ
ーはありません。
J-POP?
J-POP?
Right. Kahui. Kahui.
Cafe.
It's pretty close to an A actually, but Kahui. I mean, we could just say cafe. Cafe. That's fine. Chizu.
地図。
Oh, right. Kaidan.
階段。
And then, oh, ongaku. Ongaku. Makes me want to cuckoo everywhere. Coo this, coo that, coo everything. Sorry, dad joke. You know, cue that, cue this, cue that, cue everything. Not sorry. 近い
近い
近い that's close. We just got this second time. And then keep boo,
切符
keep boo, uptone. N
円
N 新しい
新しい
漫画
漫画
コインロッカーはありません。
コインロッカーはありません。We don't have storage locker. Aggressive have. Okay, so we're gonna. This is our stopping point. Shame we only got through. We only got to. Oh, but today's a half day. So Wednesdays are half day. So got halfway, of course. Usually we will try to do 12 lessons. 12 lessons, and if I'm feeling super good, I'll try to do 18 lessons. Generally 12 lessons. We stop at right before this. Maybe throw in some kanji next time on our full days. Good stuff. I made an avatar. Although it's kind of disappointing that I can't just go back to the normal avatar. Like, you can't undo this. I tried to make it as sparkly and enthusiastic as possible. Right. Somehow I'm still kind of worried. Does this only go to section 4? It doesn't go to section 5. Sure. Before the auto generation, there are. Oh no, never mind. Section 5 is personalized practice. Oh, so there's actually 4 sections, but 2 auto gen. Yeah, 2 auto gen. Okay. Well, I had an interesting discussion today. Should I chalk it up to... Nah. It's still relevant to language learning. I won't digress about that. Had a good conversation. Hopefully I'll hear from that person again. I think that person is quite vigorous and distilled, right? Natural acquisition. The video game method, right? I imagine that person talking about the video game method, they were talking about Duolingo. Gamification would be the word, I suppose. And then, I don't remember what the middle one is. The middle one is... I think we had a miscommunication when it comes to what I mean by techniques. Solar system method? Maybe that's the atomic concepts. I don't know. I have no idea what the solar system method is. That was the red flag for me. Like some lots of buzzwords, lots of jargon use, and perhaps it was earnestly a solar system method. I have no idea what that means. Natural acquisition, of course, that was pretty obvious. Natural acquisition is constantly being pushed as the one-size-fits-all method, and it still continues to this day. Whether you say natural acquisition or quote-unquote the immersion technique, there's a bit of an overlap between immersion and the natural acquisition technique. It's so odd meeting someone who's so well spoken, but also have cognitive dissonance all over the place, where they would say that they believe in one thing and then say another thing, right? So we'll see where that goes. When you go around saying that lots of experts agree that this is the best way, or still argue the best way, and still then say that they firmly believe that there's no one size fits all, generally one size fits all would imply that there's a best way. So perhaps I was a little bit aggressive, but it's hard not to infer that someone wants to believe there's a one size fits all versus alternatives. Words like alternatives are my favorite go-to word. There are alternative ways to learning. They are certainly not the best way in the metrics that experts would say, but I don't typically prioritize the same things, right? So we'll have more discussions in the future. I actually look forward to having a very challenging and technical discussion with someone who may or may not have personal experiences with contrasting at least the gamification and natural acquisition. Because there are video games that deal with natural acquisition, which are great since they're not trendy, and very few devs go out of their way to gamify immersion. So in blending natural acquisition with video game approaches. This is not Duolingo by any metric is a very, very tough to suggest that it has any form of natural acquisition. This is the classic mere exposure, right? Repetitious mere exposure. I don't know where that fits. Oftentimes video games do deploy mere exposure in order to encourage retention. So vocabulary retention is done through repetition, and repetition is through mere exposure. You see it enough times, you associate it. Whether you understand it is one of the trade-offs of mere exposure. And that happens a lot with not just language learning. It happens with just that very discussion, where someone would suggest and presume a lot of things about a person due to mere exposure. So when that person was talking to me and offering me a variety of techniques, the mere exposure is that most people who use Duolingo don't understand lots of learning techniques. So it's not that I don't choose to use natural acquisition. Using natural acquisition and using Duolingo is like suggesting you're looking for something that Duolingo is intentionally not designed to do. Duolingo literally does not apply lots of methods and characteristics of natural acquisition. I think the closest thing they'll have is stories. Stories, and possibly if they add conversational listening exercises, which I have yet to see. So for my experience up to this point, there are very little applications of natural acquisition, or aka the overlap with immersion techniques, where you listen to conversations or go on YouTube and listen to conversations and then spark up actual conversations between people where you troubleshoot and constructively create sentences. That is not what Duolingo does. So when someone comes in and ignorantly offers to explain a technique, they are also inferring and assuming by mere exposure that I am not aware of natural acquisition. That's not the point. I can do natural acquisition, but it will take me away from Duolingo. What is the purpose of me streaming Duolingo is to use Duolingo. So for someone who believes that there isn't a one-size-fits-all method, just because you're informing someone of other techniques doesn't imply that you're not subjectively wrong. You are subjectively wrong for suggesting natural acquisition to someone who is using Duolingo. You can suggest it as an alternative, not necessarily the best. Try to get someone to use natural acquisition while using Duolingo is objectively illogical, not subjectively. Duolingo just doesn't use natural acquisition. So, or 90% of it, it's not based on natural acquisition. So naturally, for lack of a better word, it would be useful to suggest alternatives like natural acquisition. And that's why Duolingo gets a really bad rep. One of the biggest criticisms of Duolingo, which I will address again and again, it's not exhausting, because the more I continue to rehearse this, the more fluent, I suppose, I would sound when counter-arguing against someone who comes in and suggests that the best way or better way is natural acquisition. It's like, well, yes, I agree with those experts. Now, before you flip your hat and tell me to stop using Duolingo, which is what that really is saying, I'm not looking for the best way to learn Japanese, says the person that doesn't believe in one size fits all. I'm not here to learn Japanese. I'm here to use Duolingo to learn Japanese. It's a very big distinction. Using Duolingo comes first, not Japanese. Japanese comes after. So natural acquisition would take me away from Duolingo, right? Anyways, objective-oriented discussions, I do miss it. I definitely do miss it. It really does remind me of those days when you sit in lab meeting, right? You sit in a lab meeting and someone came up with this elaborate methodology approach in measuring something. And the first thing that your critics, the people in your lab, will ask is, do you believe that metric you have, that approach you have, actually measures the thing that you want to measure? And that's, in my opinion, something that I think a younger person who is really textbook smart might want to ask themselves when offering advice. Does it actually create a conflict of interest, right? It's fine if you're assuming something about someone else. That is not objectively wrong. That is subjectively wrong. So when you are inaccurate with your presumptions about someone subjectively, you are wrong, even if you present objectively not wrong facts. So I really liked it. I actually thought it's been a while to be so technical in speaking. I haven't spoken to someone that young. Usually that person just sounds like a college student. So I have talked to college students back and forth about that. Kind of like our discussion, just as a little throw-in to end the day, kind of like the whole discussion of what does des do? Well, technically des do make sentences polite. That's not all it does. And just to highlight something that we've talked about here with someone here, wa can mark the subject, but it's a topic marker. A topic is like a specialized case of subjects. So subjects lead to topics. So it can do both. So yes, you could say it might lead to a closed off view of the world if you only see wa as a subject marker, but it's a topic marker as well. And that's how I differentiate between, no, des doesn't just only make sentences polite. It operates in a lot of other capacities. Much like learning. Duolingo does a lot of things. It just doesn't do natural acquisition. So that's not the only answer. There are a lot of answers. Just to end on that note. Alright. As always, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening. I love the share, discussion. Heck, I welcome the challenge as long as people don't just throw around ad hominem arguments. Okay, so none of the whole "you're wrong, I'm right, you suck, I'm smarter" kind of vibes, right? Those are ad hominem arguments. In my opinion, those are very intellectually not stimulating, for lack of a better phrase. However, we can always talk about people's emotions too. Like emotional motivation, I don't mind listening to people's frustrations. Let's just be honest and say, when you're listening to emotional motivations and emotional distress, generally it's more of an emotional intelligence activity and not an intellectual intelligence activity. We have to be very careful when offering objective advice, but emotionally presumptuous objective advice. As always, until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, everyone. Keep on doing what makes you happy. I hope that everyone has the opportunity to learn languages in a happy environment and believe in their approach to learning language. The appropriate approach is the approach that is sustainable, consistent, and makes one happy. That is not the objective, fastest approach, usually. Alright, until next time, as always, mata ashita. Ja ne.